Hi everyone, Mari here. Hope everyone's doing well. And I had to come on and do this quick video. I was actually talking to about seven amazing women about this topic, and I said, you know what, I have to make a video. It's funny how all seven women that I'm talking to are in different areas, and it's funny how we all have the same issues. Excuse how I sound. I'm still trying to fight this cold. But going back to why I wanted to make this video tonight is because it finally makes sense. You know, you can't see this journey as a diet. And I'll explain to you why. How many times have you started a diet, and how many times have you succeeded, and how many times have you said to yourself, this is going to be the last time, I'm going to stick with it, and that's going to be that? I personally, for one, have been on so many different diets. And yes, I have succeeded in a good chunk of them because they do work. But the minute you get off them, within a couple months, you gain the weight right back because you go back to your old ways. Your old ways as far as eating and stuff like that. So about 8 months now, I finally said to myself, no more. I refuse to keep on that yo-yoing of going on a diet, getting off, going on, going off. And when I finally said to myself, this is no longer a diet. You know, this is how I'm going to live my life for as long as God allows me to. And I want to be healthy. Now, I've done my research, and I have been I have done a lot of different diets. You know, I've done the Weight Watchers, I've done Atkins, I've done Beachbody. Mind you, I am not knocking any of those diets. But that's what it is, a diet. And I'm tired. I'm tired of dieting. Like, I just want to do it, get it right, and continue doing it, and don't feel like it's a burden. You know, feel like, oh, I'm still on this diet. You know, when is this gonna end? And to finally find something, you know, that works. It's, you know, it feels good. Counting calories, it's one of the smartest things you can do. Scientists have proved it, that as long as you stay within a certain calorie range on a daily basis, you will lose weight. Your body only needs a certain amount of calories a day to be able to perform its daily task. Now, the beautiful thing about the MyFitnessPal is that you are able to eat whatever you want. You know, if you want that piece of cake, you are able to have rice and beans, and you are able to have that spaghetti or that piece of garlic bread, you know, or that pork chop, whatever the case may be. You're able to have it as long as you stay within your calorie intake. Now, once you start appreciating what you're doing for your body, you know, because we sit there, you know, and we eat and we eat and we eat. When we're younger, we eat. I know, me personally, never thought about the sugar intake. I never thought about the sodium intake. I wanted it, I ate it, and that was it. I didn't think about it because I'm saying, I am young, you know, who needs to worry about all that, you know, calories and all that. I was like, that's not for me. When I finally went to the doctors 2 years ago, and the doctor said, Mari, you know, we're looking at almost putting you into high blood pressure medication because your blood pressure is a little out of whack. and you're borderline diabetic. I was like, what? It kind of like stumped me because I'm like, me? That only happens to old people. So I thought. Needless to say, here I am in my mid 30s. So I'm like, So I guess I'm kind of like getting old. So when the doctor tells you that something's not right and your health is at risk, that's scary. Super, super scary. So that's when it kicked my butt into gear, and I was like, oh no, something's definitely got to change. So I do have to watch what I put in my mouth. I do have to watch the sugar intake. I do have to watch the sodium intake and so forth for my well being. Once I started to sit there and be accountable for the stuff that I was doing without making excuses over I'm too busy and the kids and everything else, then things started to look a lot different. I was like, you know what? I can't look at this as a diet anymore because I have to do this for the rest of my life in order for me to be here for my kids. And they're my main priority. Not being here for them scares the crap out of me. Big time. So I finally said to myself, okay, I have to find something that I can stick with for the rest of my life. Atkins, there's no way because you need carbohydrates. So it's not something you can stick with and do for a long period of time. The fruit diet. You need food. You need more than just fruit on your diet. So that wasn't working. So I was doing my research and I came across reading People's Magazine, the MyFitnessPal app, and talked about how scientists, have done their research, and depending on your height and your weight and how old you are, it depends how much calories you need to bring into your body. And the more I studied it, I was like, oh my God. The more I applied the 1,500 calorie daily, the more weight I would lose, the more better I would feel. Because you gotta understand, to look good in those jeans, to be able to wear that top, or that bathing suit in the summer, those are bonuses. Those are the bonuses that you get for being healthy. Because my number one is being healthy. Your blood pressure being under control, your sugar being under control. When your levels are whacked out, you're cranky. You don't feel right. And when your levels are nice and easy, you become who you're supposed to be. You are able to control these kids when they're running around and yelling and screaming and all that. You have patience, believe it. I see the difference in me. I see it. And I have twins running around who are 6. So it's huge, it all levels out. So what I can tell you guys is this: don't look at it as a diet. And like I was telling those amazing women that I was speaking to earlier, it has to be a lifestyle change, something you want to do for the rest of your life. You can't look at it as a diet, because a diet is something you start and you finish. You don't want to finish this. You want to keep going. And the beautiful part about it, like I said, was you can incorporate anything you want to eat. You can have, as long as you stay within your calories. And that's, that to me is the most, amazing part. Because there's days that I can care less whether I eat. And there's those days that I want chocolate and I want cake and I want this and I want that. So it definitely helps. So I hope this helps, in your journey. And if you guys have any questions, you can email me, how to reach me. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.